Chairman, you're live then, just.
Okay. All right, we're going to call to order the Exeter Township Board of Supervisors meeting dated November 10th, 2025. All please rise to pledge the flag. I
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
thank you all. Township Manager, please do a roll call.
Ms. Kimura,
Here.
Ms. Kircher,
Here.
Mr. Ham,
Here.
Mr. Paiho, Vice Chairperson,
Here.
Mr. Mohammed, Chairperson,
Here.
all present.
Thank you. I'd like to invite you all to stand and join me in a moment of silence to remember Sergeant Darren Gardner. Thank you all. You may be seated. Next item on our agenda, we have a public hearing. Solicitor, would you like to take it from here?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is a hearing on a intermunicipal liquor license transfer of PLCB license number R7346 from Gino's Grill LLC that proposes to transfer a liquor license into Exeter Township from the city of Reading. To start off, we have two exhibits. One is Exeter 1, showing that this hearing was advertised on October 24th and October 29th,
Yeah.
and that will be part of the record. Additionally, we have a copy of the application itself, which is marked as Exeter 2. And with that, I believe we have the applicant here tonight. I'd invite the applicant to come up to the podium, introduce yourselves, and we can get you sworn in as appropriate.
Hi, my name is Gino Bellesci.
I'm Salvatore Folino, his attorney.
Very good. Would you care to be sworn in, both of you, or just your client?
Just my client.
Please raise your right hand. Do solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Gino Bellesci, sorry. My name is Gino Bellesci, sorry. I own the Gino's Bella Roma town in Exeter Township. I would like to bring a liquor license.
All right. So the way this works, when there's a license coming in from another municipality, the PLCB requires a hearing for an intermunicipal transfer. They cannot approve an application unless the township approves the license coming into the township because they're above quota. Pretty much every township in Pennsylvania is above quota, so it's a pretty standard practice when it's coming from another township. It has to be, there's a court reporter here, so just make sure anything I ask you, you say yes or no. Don't shake your head, wait till I'm done the question. And then I will ask Mr. Bellesci some questions and then open it up to you guys for questions. Okay?
Very good.
All right. State your full legal name, please.
Gioacchino Bellesci.
Okay. Are you the sole member of Gino's Grill?
Yes,
Okay. And do you have an agreement for the sale of a liquor license purchase with Kurt's House, doing business as DeCarlo's?
yes,
And they're located at 240 Penn Street?
yes,
And the agreement states that if approved by the PLCB and Exeter, you're permitted to purchase that liquor license and move it to Bella Roma?
yes.
And Bella Roma, it's an R license, a restaurant license?
Yeah, restaurant license.
And Bella Roma is located at 4212 St. Lawrence?
Yes,
Okay. And per the regulations, you are required to have seating for over 30 people.
Yes.
Do you have that?
56.
Okay. And you're required to serve food?
Food, now wine, beer, stuff like that, and liquor.
You're currently serving food?
Yes,
What type of food?
Italian food.
And what are your hours of operation?
It's 11 o'clock till 9 o'clock at night.
11 a.m. till 9
Yeah.
p.m.? What days of the week?
It's a Monday, we close Tuesday to Sunday.
Okay. So you're also, with the application, you're going to file what's called a Sunday sales permit, which permits you to sell on Sundays?
Yes,
Okay, and you're only going to sell during the hours of food operation.
Correct, yes.
You're not seeking an amusement permit, meaning you're not able to have entertainment there. No DJs, no clubs, nothing like that.
No,
Sit-down Italian restaurant?
yes,
Are you gonna have six-packs for sale
yes,
to go?
yes,
Okay. Are you familiar with the rules of the PLCB?
yes.
Are you part of 3 other liquor licenses?
Yes, we own a Blue Marsh Italian Restaurant and Gino's Cafe in Shillington and Rocky's Pizzas.
Okay, and have you ever had any incidents with the PLCB
No.
at those restaurants?
No,
Okay. Are you familiar with the requirements to get Serve Safe certified?
yes, all my waiters need to do that, yes.
Okay, so-
And then we also have an ID machine that we check all the day.
So you're gonna check IDs with a scanner,
Yes,
and all your servers are gonna be certified?
Certified,
ramp
yes.
certified?
yes.
Okay. That's all the questions I have.
Thank you. Are you planning on employing any Exeter residents?
Meaning,
Do you have anyone that lives in Exeter Township that
no.
works at your restaurant? No?
No.
Okay.
Currently, do you have anyone? that-
no, currently.
Okay. Any questions from the board? None? None. Okay. Well, this is a public hearing, so does anyone else wish to either offer public comment or provide testimony related to this intermunicipal liquor license transfer? All right. Very good. I would say the hearing's closed.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
guys. Appreciate it.
Moving on. Agenda amendments. Do we have any amendments to the agenda tonight? None. Hearing none. Announcements. The board would like to announce that we held an executive session tonight to discuss potential candidates for the chief of police. All right, public comments on agenda items. So I have Mr. Dave, you have signed the paper for agenda items, but it says the subject to service electric repairs incomplete. So that is not an agenda item. I would ask you to come up at the end of the meeting for the non-agenda items comments. On the other hand, Mr. Ted Gordola, you have signed the non-agenda items, but you would like to talk about the budget, which is an agenda item. Would you like to come up, or do you want to? Okay. I'm just going to do this.
Yeah. Good evening, Ted Gardella, Exeter Township. Before I get to my comments on the budget, I would like to congratulate George Bell and Amanda Johnson for their election. But I also just wanted to have one kind of sour note about the election, and that is that Michelle Kircher didn't get reelected. And so I just wanted to thank Michelle for all of her selfless work and her service to this community and to this board. Sorry that you didn't get elected, but really appreciate all that you've done for the community.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
So on the budget, I know that tonight you're voting to possibly advertise the budget. And I've been disappointed in this board that there's been no visible pushback from the Board of Supervisors about the development of the budget. Knowing that there are capital improvements that we must fund, including our emergency services building and probably future capital improvements that we must fund. Knowing that there are increases from 2 contracts that will continue year over year in significant amounts. Knowing that PA American Water still has not increased water capacity at the promenade, which is impacting the marketability of that property. Knowing that Parks and Rec wants to put a playground at Trout Run, even though there is no potable water delivered to Trout Run, again, a strike against PA American Water. And there are significant access issues, but I have heard nothing, no pushback from this board about reducing the amount of the budget, asking for budget reductions. I've not seen a questions asked in public, no real attempts to reduce the budget or ask departments to reduce the budget. I do want to note, it was very interesting reading within it to see the investment management services line item there for $46,200. Who knew that George Bell's expertise and advice on investments was so valuable during his tenure on this board? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ted. Okay, moving on to presentation. And we have first retirement acknowledgement for Officer Steve Long.
All right, well, thank you for letting us present this to him tonight. Thank you guys for showing up. Many of them are just coming from low-light qualifications on the range, so they've been out shooting in the dark. They're a little cold. So thank you, guys.
Good for you.
No, you don't. When you work in a police department that's this professional, that has the support of the board and the support of the community, it's not a normal thing for somebody to leave, which means often you work with somebody 25, 30 years. Days and nights, 12-hour shifts, holidays and weekends, you do become like a family. You can see that here tonight. They're here to support Steve. Like all families, we have joy and sorrow together. We share each other's success, disappointments. In policing, we share stress and trauma experiences as well. Tonight, we're sharing a good thing. We're sharing Steve's retirement after 30 years of service to this community. Many people don't know it, but he's one of a handful of people here who actually grew up in Exeter. He went to school here. He came back to give back to the community as a police officer. Started in 1995 here with us, and he's been a stable part of this community ever since. Coached some sports, worked 8 years as part of our traffic unit, and the other 22 years part of patrol. Steve often shared with us that what he loved best was interacting with the community, going out there, patrolling your neighborhoods, interacting with people at businesses, and especially up at school-related events like football games and basketball games. In fact, when I was on the street, it was normal for people to say, "Hey, I know Steve Long," or "Is Steve Long working today?" He's been part of here for a long time. So, as families, we also have stories of each other. I'm presenting. I'm going to give my favorite Steve Long story tonight. It's a good one. It shows good police work, right? A few years ago, we had some alarms at Zeswitz. He was working the night shift and multiple alarms, so he checks the outside of the building, and of course it's secure. An officer could have easily just drove away, said it must be a faulty alarm. His instincts told him differently. He set up on the building and watched it, catches a guy riding away on a bicycle with a bag full of stolen instruments. So it's good police work. We're going to be sorry to miss that from Steve. So Steve, on behalf of the Exeter Police Department, we want to thank you for your 30 years of service here. We wish you well in your retirement. You've earned it. Enjoy it, and enjoy the next chapter of your life. Presented you with this plaque.
I'd like to thank the board for.
Steve, would you,
Want me to use the microphone?
then we'll have you on the record.
I do have a big mouth, I don't need a microphone. I'd like to thank the board and basically everybody in Exeter. Like Lieutenant said, I grew up in Exeter, I went to school in Exeter, I still live in Exeter. Exeter is part of my blood. And it was a privilege to be able to patrol the streets here. I really enjoyed it. A lot of people that I knew growing up, I got to actually see on the street. Most of them were not in a bad situation, but I got to see some people that I knew and got to reconnect with some of the people that I grew up with. So I'd like to thank everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Steve.
Thank you.
Steve, before you go, what is your favorite story? Now, Steve Schaefer gave his. What's yours?
Keep it clean.
It's okay.
Okay, maybe about 15 years ago, we got a call for a strong arm robbery, a purse snatch in the Reading Mall. Guy grabbed some lady's purse, jumped into a waiting car, and took off, and they were heading towards Philadelphia on 422. We all get the call and we all just start screaming down the highway. Wawa was fairly new at the time. And as we're going screaming by Wawa, we had a description of the car, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a car that fit that description pulling into one of the gas pumps. I'm following retired Officer Walbert at the time. We're going down the highway looking for the car. We're in the passing lane. I see this and I quick jump and get into the parking lot at Wawa. As I'm pulling up on the suspect car, and it actually was the suspect car, Officer Walbert gets on the radio and goes, "Longy, now's not the time for a hot dog." That was one of the funny ones. And at the same time, as I have the suspects at gunpoint, off-duty Sergeant Mike Bailey, who is retired, was at Wawa getting his lunch. He comes out, puts his sandwich and his drink on the car, and asks me if I need any help.
Congratulations, Steve.
Congratulations.
On a lighter note, or how can I follow Steve? Craig Downs, the president of the association. We started something several years ago with everybody who watches TV, when you retire as a cop, you always get a watch, right? How cliche. So we're going to follow the tradition. We got a nice, we've been giving these out now for maybe the last 8 or so years when guys retire. And Steve, as you can see, the guys here, you were here when I got here. I've been here 20-some years. You taught me a lot over the course of my time, as well as many of the guys here. So from the Police Association to you, I want to say thank you. And your service and your time here and everything you gave us.
Thank you.
So good luck in your future and all your new endeavors.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
Very good.
Once again, congratulations, Steve. Well deserved. Okay, moving on. Next presentation we have.
Give him a chance.
Okay.
Leave.
Thank everyone for coming.
Yes.
Thank you, Steve.
Take care.
Good luck, Steve.
Thin it out real quick.
I know. I thought,
Oh, my goodness.
no one's here for the MS board, right? No?
Yeah.
All right, now we got people heading out. We have a second presentation, which is the acknowledgement of JP Mascara sponsorship of the 2026-2030 Glenn Hoover Summer Basketball Program.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, Glenn.
Congratulations, sir. Well deserved. Bill, would you like to follow up on that, please?
Yeah, Mr. Hoover, would you please stand up so we can acknowledge you? I understand, sir, that you are quite a fan of basketball, including Exeter Township High School basketball.
I think that's a fair statement.
Very good. Well, I think to acknowledge what a fan you are and for all the contributions that you give to this township, especially showing up at all our meetings every other week, that Mr. Mascaro and Pioneer Crossing had sought fit to sponsor our summer recreation basketball program for the next, is it 5 years?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep.
With $15,000 per year, which is very generous and will certainly cover all of the expenses we have with this program. And, sir, it's in your honor. And this will be called the Glenn Hoover Basketball Program, and the uniforms will contain your name on them. So
Thank you.
you deserve it, and it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I agree. Let's stand up.
right. Moving on to consent agenda, and I'm seeking a motion to approve the consent agenda with its 4 items. 1, minutes from October 27, budget workshop. 2, minutes from October 27th, Board of Supervisors. 3, minutes from October 28th, budget workshop. And 4, the disbursements from November 10th, 2025. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Any comments or discussion?
I'm done.
None.
None, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote, motion carries. Next on the agenda, we have zoning and planning.
Yes, item number 1 under the report is a motion to approve resolution. Approve resolution 2025-31. This is, DEP mandates that municipalities participate in the MS4 stormwater permitting program. There is a coalition group that's comprised of our neighboring municipalities that's very instrumental in helping out municipalities in the permitting process. It provides outreach programs, resources. They have periodic meetings. It really helps. It's a beneficial committee, a steering committee that the township has already been participating. This evening, this resolution would extend that participation for another 5 years. I mean, roughly, we pay an annual fee anywhere between about $750 to $900. That may change based on different programs that are being offered. But the engineering department, as well as our office, recommends that the township consider extending that partnership for another 5 years and adopt resolution number 2025-31 and enter into the cost sharing and cooperation agreement for the MS4 program.
Thank you, Joe. Okay, circling back to it. Seeking a motion to approve resolution number 2025-31 to approve MS4 intergovernmental cooperation agreement. Do I have that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion with Joe?
Nope.
Mr. Chairman, if I can just may say one thing. In previous years, we had to pass an ordinance in order for this intermunicipal cooperation agreement to be passed. There's been recent changes to the law that allow this to be done by resolution, so it makes it a lot easier and less time-consuming for it to be by resolution than by ordinance. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, so with that comment, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote, motion carries.
Okay, thank you. Item number 2 is a motion to approve escrow release number 3 in the amount of, it should be $534.21 for Exeter self-storage. This is a project or a land development plan that has been under construction along Perkiomen Avenue. Actually, it's 5520-5550 is the location. The township is the holder of the escrow. This is to ensure that all public improvements as well as private improvements that have an impact on the public are complete to the satisfaction of the township. The project is substantially complete. Our office is recommending the release for that amount of $519,534.21. This will leave a balance of $42,389.37. And the reason we're keeping a balance is to ensure that all outstanding fees for professional fees as well as any administrative fees for the township has with the developer are satisfactorily reconciled. So we'll probably have another release after escrow release number 3, and that will be the total project closeout. But for this evening, we're looking for a motion to approve that escrow release number 3.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
I guess my only question would be, have they delivered and finished all the expected changes that you guys have applied on them?
Yes, they have complied with all the outstanding items. We did have some obstacles to deal with in the beginning of the project. However, they did construct the stormwater facilities and so forth as required per the approved plan, and they have been satisfactorily completed.
Okay, thank
So we're satisfied with what has been completed and is what is being recommended for release for this evening.
Joe? Jack, you have something?
Yeah, I got one. I hate to ask, but the turning lane off of Perkiomen, that is awful short.
The turning lane fell under the jurisdiction of their highway occupancy permit that they needed to obtain from PennDOT. Historically, any development that we found along Perkiomen Avenue, we have instances where PennDOT does require a turning lane. In this situation, they did. We've had other developments where they did not require it. However, in this situation, they did. That was part of their permit. So they do have a separate improvements agreement, and that will need to be closed out as well.
Okay, they're not going to extend it, though.
No.
At least there's a little bit of a turning lane there, but it's not
It's
much.
not a typical turning lane that you would expect.
No.
It's more to allow for at least a couple of vehicles.
Yeah.
They don't have a high turnover of traffic since it's a storage unit. It's only used when customers retrieving or their
Right.
belongings and
I
so forth.
was
So it has a low trip generation. However, the turning lane is not the
Yeah,
most.
I was visualizing a car or pickup with a trailer. Yeah. Okay.
It's pretty much a turning lane for a typical left turn, which is.
Okay, you answered my question, Joe.
Okay.
Thank you.
Sure.
Anything else for Joe? Nope. All right, let's circle back to it. Seeking a motion to approve the escrow release number 3 in the amount of $519,532.21 for the Exeter self-storage, and do I have a motion?
Mr. Chairman, before that motion gets made, if I can interrupt, I believe Joe is asking for $519,000, $534.
Correct. There was just a $2 difference.
And that's de minimis in nature, so.
Yes.
Okay, so coming back to it, seeking a motion to approve the escrow release number 3 in the amount of $519,524 or 42.
34.
42.
There you go. 34.21 for the Exeter self-storage.
Yeah.
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any other questions or discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Thank you.
For a vote, motion carries.
Thank you. Last item, number 3, we received a 90-day extension for a development located at 3801 Perkiomen Avenue. This is a development that the Board of Supervisors did approve a conditional preliminary plan approval in June of 2024. However, in accordance with our subdivision and land development ordinance, the applicant is required within 1 year to submit final plans. The applicant instead was unable to submit final plans, so they did extend or requested a time extension of 6 months. That was approved by the board at our July 10th Board of Supervisors meeting this year. That time period was for 6 months and expires December 10th, 2025. The applicant is requesting a 3-month extension that will expire March 9th of 2026. Our office, as well as the zoning officer and engineering office, do recommend the board to grant that 3-month time extension. The applicant has indicated they will be submitting plans within the next month or so. So we do recommend that time extension be considered by the Board of Supervisors.
Thank you, Joe. Questions? All right. Circling back to it, seeking a motion to approve a 90-day time extension for 3801 Perkiomen Avenue Land Development Plans. Do I have that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that motion.
Okay. Any other questions or discussion?
No.
Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
It's a 5-0 vote, motion carries.
All right, thank you.
Joe, you're free to go.
All right, thank you very much.
Real quick, before Joe leaves, Chairman, I was wondering if it'd be right for Joe to give an update on the Boone Road culvert that we just discussed on Friday.
Yes. We had a pre-construction meeting on Friday with township staff, as well as Jay Phillips is the contractor that will be performing the removal and replacement of an existing culvert along Boone Road. Project will be actually commence tomorrow. They'll start moving and set up for their bypass pumping. The At our meeting, we invited the school transportation department, so they're aware of the situation. We do have a detour plan implemented. The signage has been installed. The school district is aware, and they did accommodate the school bus pickup for the students in that vicinity, so that has taken care of. However, the road will be closed for about 4 weeks until the project is completing. That's weather limitations as well. But they will start this week, and hopefully we'll have fair weather that we can have that road opened up, if not maybe temporarily in the winter time until weather conditions allow for final pavement and restoration. So the project, we just recently had a project with Jay Phillips. They did a very good job for us on the detention basin at Hearthstone Court. This is part of the MS4 program. This was a basin that what we call as a retrofit. It was converted into a wet basin to help us meet our requirement for sediment. We're required every year to increase, since Trout Run is a classified impaired stream area. So they did very well, good work, and we're looking forward to working with them on Boone Road.
Okay.
So, thank you. If anybody has any questions, I'd be happy to answer.
Not related to this, but I would like to say something to Joe.
Sure.
It was a pleasure working with you all these years.
Thank you, Michelle. It was a pleasure working with you, too. We worked for a long time, 20-some years, but it's been very good. Very
Thank
good.
you.
I wish you luck.
Thank you.
I do. Hopefully I'll see you before the end of the year. But I wish you the best.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. All right, moving on to administration. Bill.
Yes, sir. I request a motion to approve Resolution 2025-32, approving the transfer of PLCB liquor license number R-7346, LID-29419, from the city of Reading to Exeter Township. You heard the public hearing that we had today and the testimony today. I have nothing further to add to that.
Thank you. Any questions or discussion for Bill? Any comments? Solicitor?
One minor correction to the LID number. So we had an updated resolution in the agenda packet earlier today. The LID number is 133197. Other than that, everything else is the exact same.
All right. Circling back to it, seeking a motion to approve resolution number 2025-32, approving the transfer of PLCB liquor license number R7346 LID 133197 from the city of Reading to Exeter Township. Do I have that motion?
I'll make that motion.
And I will second it. Any other questions or discussions?
I have none.
None.
No.
Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote, motion carries.
The second item I have this evening is asking for a motion to approve a social media policy for the township. And this policy establishes guidelines for content creation, the authorization to post on social media, employee conduct, and the approval process for official township social media accounts. And this policy would supersede and replace any previous social media provisions contained in the employee handbook.
Okay.
You all received a copy of the policy and the agenda memo regarding the policy.
Any questions in that regard?
I have none.
None?
Would they do crisis communication or just content creation?
Just content creation, yes.
All right, circling back to it, seeking a motion to approve the social media policy. And do I have that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Thank you. Do I have a second?
I'll second the motion.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion?
I have none.
None.
Is there a policy number? It's not listed, Bill. Is there a policy number? I didn't
believe
see
so.
one on the write-up.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
Okay. Anything else? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
5-0 vote, motion carries.
And the third thing I have on the agenda tonight is a motion to approve an agreement with David Blackmore and Associates, Inc., in the amount of $17,950 for geotechnical services for the Emergency Services Center. And this investigation is to determine the subsurface conditions of the site for the design of the building foundations, stormwater management systems, and site features. A total of 5 responses to an RFP that we put out were received. One was voided for failure to follow the pricing outlined in the RFP. And David Blackmore and Associates was the lowest cost. So I'd like to ask for a motion to approve.
Thank you. Any questions?
No.
No?
Yeah.
How about it?
Bill, and I apologize, I didn't ask earlier today on it when I was looking at it. Are they going to subcontract for the backhoe work and the digging, or are we going to contract for that? Because they had an option in the contract that we could do it either way.
I don't have an answer to that question for you tonight.
Okay, fair enough. I forgot to ask earlier. Okay, that was it.
Okay. All right. Circling back to it, seeking a motion to approve an agreement with Dave Blackmore and Associate, Inc. in the amount of $17,950 for geotechnical service for the Emergency Service Center. Do I have that motion?
I'll make that motion.
Do we have a second?
I'll second it.
Thank you. Any other questions or discussion?
I have none.
None.
Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 Aye. 5-0 vote, motion carries. Thank you, Bill.
Next on the agenda is finance, and I'll start us off with that. One of the first things we hear about a new budget is, can't we make more cuts? So let me tell you, we start this process about in June. And we have several meetings with all our department directors, the finance director, and myself, talking about what we need. And we start off with saying has to be a very lean budget, because we are in a situation where our expenditures exceed our revenues. 71% of our budget is personnel-related costs. So it leaves less than 30% for everything else. Cuts in those areas would likely mean a cut in services, a cut in our ability to fulfill our obligations, and still would be improbable to save enough money to make up for a lack of revenue. So this year, we are proposing a budget of $17,869,321 for fiscal year 2026. Unfortunately, the revenues that we are projecting are $16,777,640, which is a deficit of $1,091,681 that we need to make up. So we're looking at requesting that we transfer $65,000 from the reserve fund, which is old sewer fund payments that are coming in, and also $1.350 million from the sewer sale proceeds fund, which is just interest. It's not
Correct.
part of the fund itself. It's the interest we made on and will make on the fund. You have been sent, and the public has been sent, the line item budget. And so open ourselves up for questions. Our finance director is here this evening to help answer any questions you may have.
All right, thank you. Guess I'll start it, and I'll go with the difficult conversations, and which are personnel. We'll start with Public Works, and I know in your presentation you were projecting to hire a deputy, correct, or an assistant to the director?
No, we were looking to fill the mechanic's position.
Okay, and are you continuing to fill that mechanic's position?
We need to. If not, I have to raise our contracted vehicle maintenance budget.
Would a part-time position fulfill that situation? That way, your current mechanic does not have the overtime situation.
That was mentioned to me, but however, the mechanic is just not the mechanic. The mechanic is also needed for snow removal, paving projects, and everything else. So it's not just like he's a mechanic, it's everybody here, including myself, has a plow route, just to keep up with everything. Plus, if one or two trucks go down roughly, normally every storm that we have, whether it's an ice storm or anything like that. So, I mean, it's something we can look at, but at the same time, it's also very hard to find a full-time mechanic because what they are making outside of government is a lot more than what we're offering.
They would most likely want to come in for the benefits.
Correct.
Yeah,
And can I just add,
absolutely.
for them to, for a part-timer, this is a good idea. However, our mechanics have to come with their tools.
Yes, we don't supply any
You're not gonna get
tools.
a part-time guy to bring in all his tools in here.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen.
That is something I was not aware of.
Yes,
Because Kyle's not gonna want
To share.
another guy, he's got tens of thousands of dollars.
it's over $60,000 in tools that he
He's not
supplies
gonna want
right now.
some other guy playing around with his tools.
The only thing the township buys is the major tools, like the scan tools and stuff like that, but the mechanic's responsible for everything else.
Just wondering if it's something worth exploring.
I mean, we can look at that. Again, like I said, I did talk to one mechanic that I would really like to have here, and he says, "What's it pay?"
Well,
And I said, around $34 an hour. He goes, "And I have to be on call, and I have to come in the middle of the night and plow snow?" I said, "Yes." "Why would I leave my $50 an hour job to come work for you?"
Fair enough. True. Okay. Is there maybe a potential to have somebody that Kyle could train to come up in the ranks and eventually become a full-timer?
We would
It's
ha-
just to
Yeah, we would have to
reduce the
still-
load on Kyle.
Right.
So he's not doing so much overtime.
We would have to bring someone in for that position, so we're still hiring that position. And since they're a union contract, we would still have to give them that rate. Now, the only savings we do have is if we hire somebody without a CDL, which is only $5 an hour less. However, our contract also states they got 9 months to get a CDL.
Yes, they got 9 months to get CDL. All right, fair enough. Thank you, Larry.
No problem.
All right, so the next on personnel that I have is police. And I know you're not intending to replace the vacant position, the vacant sergeant position, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then there's a new hiring recruit that was budgeted for 25, and you would like it to remain in 26. Have you started that hiring process?
We're actually about to start the background investigations this week.
Okay, so, all right.
We're also proposing a general fund millage increase of 0.25 mils that we would like to put toward the Emergency Services Center expenses, with the intent in the future to enact a special levy for emergency management services, similar to what we have with the fire tax.
Okay. Thank you. And the last thing I would like to comment about is contribution to the library. Is everybody that sat here and saw the library and their performance and saw the numbers, it's not hidden to anybody. It seems like they're doing just fine. They're not in deficit, they actually have surplus, so it's a contribution, it's not an obligation. Why are we sticking with 250? Why can't we make it 150? I don't know. That's something worth a while to look at.
They won't make it on 150. It's ridiculous.
Is it?
Yes.
Okay. Because they have 400,000 in reserves.
I know, but there's a lot of costs, a lot of things that they do, and that would be almost impossible, just knowing.
Again, nothing against them. I like the library as much as the next guy, but a library with almost $500,000 in reserves, well, the township is stretching itself thin. Just my thoughts here.
We keep it at 250. I'm not,
How about 200?
no, 250. I keep it at the 250 at the level it is now.
Okay.
Absolutely.
I mean, again, at that point, it's $50,000. It's not making a difference.
Well, just give them the 3.
No, no, no. They're in a better shape than we are.
They provide such a service from babies all the way up to seniors like me. And they're busier and busier. And it's just,
So,
I'm proud to have a library that we don't have to drive across town for. Excuse me, and one that has what we need there and the people that know what they're doing.
and so am I, and I'm proud of it, and I use it, and I take my toddler to the trail. But again, we have these plans, and then we want to build a building, and we want to improve our sites. And we can't unhire somebody, or we can't bring a new person, or we can't not afford a new mechanic, and we cannot cut the library. What are we gonna do? Do we just keep raising the tax year after year? Something has got to give. That's a conversation we need to have, and that's a conversation that needs to be discussed. Are we bringing a new recruit to just furlough him later on, a year later, when we cannot afford him anymore?
No, we're not talking about that. We're talking about one person. This is a whole community that uses this. They use it very heavily. It is going to help every child that goes there, anybody that goes there.
Completely agree with you, Michelle, but they have the funds.
Well,
And again, I'm not gonna die on the library hill here tonight, because it's $50,000. It's not gonna make a change in the budget.
You're not gonna.
But
die
I'm
on that
trying
hill.
to get you guys to start having the conversation, or where are we gonna save? What are we gonna change?
well, we can ask the county not to build a big commercial kitchen up in the 13th floor, and then they can lower our tax some.
Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice.
I understand, but this is education.
It
And
is.
It is for all ages, and I'll always fight to make sure that people have what they need there.
Okay, well,
I understand what you're saying,
no, those,
but
yeah. Again, there
I
are
just don't
only
know how-
few avenues to generate revenues within Exeter, and without looking at cuts, you will always end up in this situation year after year.
I understand, but I am not in favor of cutting.
That's why there's 5 of us. All
Well,
right, well, that was my 2 cents. I'll
and I gave
I'll
my
open
2
it.
cents,
Yeah.
that's fine, but
I'll open it to the rest of the board to continue the discussion and see what we want to do as far as if we want to motion the advertisement of the budget or not. Jack, I know you're dying to talk.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're
Of course, of course. And again, I forgot to ask Sarah and Bill this, the .25 mils. .25 mils would, with an average assessment of 110,000, and how many what's the dollars per year?
About $325,000.
Okay, but break that down by,
Per assessed value,
Yeah.
so for 100,000,
yeah, break it down by assessed value for 110,000.
is it it a cup of coffee a month? Is it a cup of coffee a week? Is it a
Sarah,
cup
do you
of
know
coffee
that?
a year?
For 100,000, it's about $25 a year.
That's what I thought, $25 a year.
About 5 cups of coffee a year.
Yeah. Well, it depends where you go for coffee.
The good stuff.
Yeah, say $25, and I have been hit a giant, wherever I go is about, you guys keep raising taxes. And I say, no, no, no. Are we talking school district? Are we talking township? We talking county? And once you get them in on the same subject, and I say, are you willing to pay, in this case, $25 more a year? Okay? The other thing we're not doing, and I don't know how many people, and I'll put it, unless there's an objection, I'll put it in the record. We are not raising fire services fund millage, remains the same, 1.065 mils. Hydrant millage remains the same at 0.120 mils. Streetlight tax remains at 50 cents per improved frontage foot, and remains at 0.2625 per unimproved footage. Annual recycling fee goes down to $137. It's a decrease. So in terms of your tax bill, we're only looking at $25 more a year as an average with the budget. The other thing that the township has done, what a lot of people don't realize, we have cut staff.
Yeah.
Police is down, staff is down, okay? We are running, and I know those of you who come here every time, you hear all this, you hear it, you know it, is we're running lean and mean.
It is very lean.
Very lean. I don't know about the mean part, but we are really very lean. I mean, come over here during the day and see how many staff is actually here. And they are doing a remarkable job.
An amazing job.
Amazing job. Our police, we are down, what, 3 now? 3? We're down 3. And again, the budget is reflecting that we have a very small increase. I'm not going to die on the hill for the library, by the way.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
But I wanted to get that in the record because there's been a lot of comments about the township not doing their due diligence, and a lot of us do. A lot of us do. For those of you who are listening, we do. We sit down with finance, we sit down with Bill, and we go through it. Mr. Gallagher mentioned about capital fund, Ted, earlier. There is a capital fund, and it's a net of about $293,000 in the budget for 2026. And I looked at to make sure I had the correct number. So it is in there. I mean, if you want to stop up afterwards, we can show it to you, but there is money in the capital. And I'm, as you know from previous, over the years, I'm big on capital funding. We need to have a capital fund to pay for things that we need to pay for. And, but anyway, it is in there. I didn't mean to pick on you, Ted.
Last name's Gardella, not Gallagher.
Yeah, oh, I'm sorry, Ted. I apologize. But so that's those are my 2 cents. Interest rates is, our finance department has done an amazing job. Our income from interest going into 2026 is way up. It's a good thing, which is really good because that's where some of the money is coming to balance the budget, is from the interest income. So Mr. Chairman, I had to mention it because
Yeah, no, it's true.
I get emails, I get text messages. If I go to Giant, especially if I go to Giant, that's why I like to go early in the morning. So they don't bother me too much. But I love talking to people, and I hope they understand we are lean. We are
You may
lean.
not have that same interest year after year, just putting that out there.
That's true. That's true. Because, but our population has not grown either. I don't know if the residents know that. We're at 26,000. We were at 26,000 in 2010. We're 15 years later. We're still 26,000 people. And the number of homes is right around 9,000, I believe. Right around 9,000, if I remember right. That has not changed. So those are my 2 cents.
Yeah, that's.
I'll be quiet.
Yeah. One item that it's worth mentioning is actually the fire department took over the bond payment for, with Mascara donations this 2026 year.
Yes.
So that's, otherwise we would be in the hole for another 375,000, correct?
Correct.
So that's a big for this year. Good job. Supervisor Ham?
Yeah. Just want to continue. Sarah, you're doing a great job. The report is very good. I just want to follow up on some of the things with Public Works and Police. The one thing that's not mentioned is three new vehicles aren't getting purchased this year. Is that correct?
Correct.
That's a lot of money right there.
Yeah, that's 190?
He's not,
About 300,000, because their police car is about,
Oh, you outfit them and.
yeah, police car is about $90,000 for every car, so
you know,
it's just under 300.
he dropped a zero turn. That's another piece of equipment I
Yes,
think he's
yeah.
not getting.
The two pieces of equipment that we are purchasing through liquid fuels.
Yep.
And it's because the way liquid fuels is set up is whatever they give you per year, 20% of that goes towards equipment replacement. So therefore, we will have the funds for that through the liquid fuels. That funds couldn't be used for anything else but equipment used for road work, not
Yeah.
just equipment in general. So we couldn't use liquid fuels to buy a police car. You know, it's just for stuff to maintain the roads. So the equipment that I'm looking for, like I said, is a new sign truck for us. Our current one is an '09 with over 100,000 miles on it, and as long as it's leaking oil, we know it has oil in it. And then the other piece of equipment is a mower that fits onto the back of an existing tractor that we have now for roadside mowing, which is required that we do state mowing and also township road mowing. So therefore, I'm looking to replace that, which is something that would cost the township $26,000 just for that. And also, the truck is close to 100,000, so.
Thank you. And again, by no means I was picking on you.
Oh, no, it's all fine.
It's just
And-
the reality of the
Right.
situation, and I wanted the conversation to get started.
Well, and not only that, I also wanted to explain a little bit about the mechanics and also with the fire chief and the police chief here with us, is that the fire trucks come to us now for most of their work, where before they were paying roughly $200 an hour labor for it to go outside somewhere. So
Years
therefore,
ago.
there's a savings there for the fire department.
That's what happened. We
And,
took over the maintenance of them.
And then-
A few years ago, and that was the agreement for the second mechanic and all. We had
Right.
extra police cars.
Right, and also to send a police car out for service, you're talking $110 an hour for that. And then our dump trucks alone, or if we go to the dealer and stuff, that's $150 labor rate. So with having the mechanics, that's where majority of our savings is. And that's why I mentioned that if I wasn't able to hire the other mechanic, I'd have to raise my contracted vehicle services a lot higher to pay for the cost of what we're saving in-house. And as I mentioned before, as some of the stuff, I haven't mentioned it lately, but a lot of the stuff that the road crew is making and doing in-house to save money, like for instance, I was hoping to present something at the next meeting, but we have a 2008 F-550 dump truck. It has a steel dump body on the back. It's 27 we received from the sewer plant when we sold the sewer plant. The dump body is completely rotted away, but the rest of the truck is great. So I did try to just try to look at getting a dump body for that vehicle. The cost of a new dump body just for that truck was outrageous. It was over $30,000. So I went to a couple guys in the Public Works and I said, is this something we can repair in-house by welding and getting metal and stuff? And what they do is they go to Glick's, which is a metal recycling station, and they purchase the metal there at pound rate, not purchasing it. So they got everything, they priced everything out to repair this truck instead of spending that kind of money. So there is things that we keep trying to do. It also happened with talking to EM Kutz, they did get a used body in that was in better shape than ours. So again, I reached out to Public Works and said, is this something we can make work on our dump truck? And they said, yes, but we're still gonna have to do a little bit more little bit of welding, but not as much as repairing this body. So we are doing things that we can, so we're not just buying trucks just to buy trucks. We're getting the most life out of it we can. Also, with Municipal, we sold a 1998 10-wheel dump truck that we use for plowing and also paving, with the hopes of our new truck that we did order at the beginning of this year, which is not done yet. It's still already in cuts. That truck sold for $8,100 just recently. And it needs a ton of work. So I did talk to the guy when I did the transfer and everything like that. I said, do you know this thing needs a lot of work? And he says, yes, it's going to West Africa, so it doesn't matter. So again, I didn't bring it up just to let you know about that truck, but again, just to show you that our stuff is old, 1998. But we're willing to do what we can to keep the life going in the truck, so.
We appreciate it.
Are you done stepping on my time?
I mean, that's amazing.
It's, again, you come across, I don't see a struggle, I don't see
Right.
issues, same with the police, so.
Right.
But the issue is,
It initiates that thinking.
Right.
You're getting by, do you need the help? That's where I come from.
Correct.
but the point is, well, the point is, he does need the help, but, you know, there's two other guys that he's not getting either. True. Oh, you
Right.
know.
Yeah, our management staff used to be
when-
3 people, now it's just
When the highway
one.
department needs something done, who do they call? When engineering needs something moved, who do they call? When Bill wants offices painted, who do they call?
When
That's
IT
pulling
needs
him away from what they're supposed to be doing. That was never scheduled. Library, they do a ton of work over in the library.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, that's.
Larry's guys take care of the library. You mentioned engineering. We have brought a lot of services back in-house.
Yes.
On the engineering side
We've always
also.
done that. We've always
Yeah,
done a lot of work.
That's always been the case.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to make the point, people saying, well, we didn't look. Yeah, they looked and they took. I mean, you know, Bill took a lot of things off and Sarah, so it's not like they didn't try here. They took hundreds of thousands of dollars of stuff off of
Yeah,
here. so.
we have looked. We have looked, yep.
Okay.
But again, the only time we ask for equipment is when it's way beyond repair, and like I said, yes, the truck does have oil leaks and stuff like that, but what are you gonna do, stick the money into it worth more in the truck, or? And now, there's different situations where the dump body, with doing that, saved us probably, you know, I mean, if we went and bought a new F-550, replace it with the plow, the salt spreader, the dump body, 4-wheel drive, you're talking $140,000, where, hey, look, what can we do, because we use them hard. I mean, we do.
Sure.
Yeah, and I
Thank you.
just want to add that we do such good dog vigilance. It's amazing.
Right.
And that's happened from when I first started as a supervisor. And, I mean, it amazes me what you can do, Larry, and what you don't spend.
Right.
And
And-
what the girls do, what they do in the other departments, everyone works together, low count.
Well, the other thing too is, I forgot to add, is we have 125 licensed vehicles. That doesn't include all the other equipment, like backhoes and everything else. That's licensed vehicles. That includes all the fire vehicles, the police vehicles, and highway vehicles, and also some admin vehicles, so. Like engineering has 2 trucks for when they go out for codes and stuff like that. We do it all. And the guys aren't happy when I tell them we have to send a truck out. We do currently have one of our trucks out now. It was at the manufacturer. He told us it had to go to the dealer. We took it to the dealer. The dealer did what they could. Now they say it has to go back to the manufacturer. So we're spending more time, 2 people running this vehicle around, than just keeping it in-house. And that's another cost that we're gonna have if we have to sub stuff out. Well, it's gonna be 2 guys from the road crew delivering the police car to where it has to go. It's gonna be 2 guys delivering this vehicle to where it has to go. Well, I didn't lose just 1 mechanic. I lost 2 guys.
Thank you, Larry.
Thank you.
Supervisor Kimura, any questions, comments?
Not at this time.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna circle back to it, and I'm seeking a motion to adopt and authorize the advertisement of the 2026 proposed budget. Do I have a motion?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Okay, any other questions and discussion? And I know you want to say something.
Yeah, 20 days,
Correct.
correct? Okay, so we are talking, the residents have 20 days, or are we giving them until our next, till the December meeting?
20 days.
I mean, it depends on when it officially is advertised, but if it's advertised, say, tomorrow, they would have about 6 days before the December 8th meeting would meet that 20-day threshold.
Okay, that answered my question, thank you.
All right, any other questions?
I'm done, thank you.
All right. So all in favor, please say aye.
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 5-0 vote, motion carries. We'll advertise the budget. Mr. Solicitor.
Mr. Chairman, I believe there's a football game on tonight. I have no comment tonight.
I didn't even look, who's playing?
Eagles.
Oh,
The defending Super Bowl champions.
I know.
Not this-
All right, Public
Steelers
Works.
didn't do well yesterday.
I was just giving an update on leaf season. As you know, it started, we were scheduled to start November 1st. However, we did start a little bit before that. We are getting some phone calls. I suggest if the residents didn't mind waiting closer to the December 15th deadline to start calling in if we didn't get your leaves. Now, again, if you haven't seen your leaves picked up within a week and a half, then call us, because that shouldn't happen, but we're pretty much on top of it that you shouldn't have that issue. But again, I just wanted to let you know that the trucks are out. They're doing the leaves as fast as they can. I do know there was questions of why can't we set up routes? Well, the truck is in that area, so it depends on how many leaves your neighbor puts out before we can get to your local area. So we can't really say dates until what date we're going to be in front of your house. It's just more or less as every truck is out and is covering the area of the township. And that's all I had for you.
Thank you.
I think the wind tomorrow, tonight and tomorrow is going to take care of a lot of leaves.
Still got one, that last tree that decides to shed at the end of December for whatever reason.
As a matter of fact, we do have one of our leaf loaders that is currently broke down as well. But the plus side to that is when we did the grant and received our new leaf loader, we were supposed to sell one of them. I'm waiting till after this leaf season to advertise that one for sale, just so we can get through this leaf season. So.
He's the bearer of great news lately. Okay. Thank you, Larry. Moving on to police.
Yeah, I would just like to thank the board, the manager, Larry, the highway department, township admin, fire police, the school district, friends of the Exeter Police, the community, and all of our neighboring police departments that honored and helped us mourn Sergeant Gardner the past 2 weeks. The police department has a lot of gratitude for everybody that stepped up and stuck with us over this. So thank you.
Thank you. Manager's report.
I have nothing further tonight.
Okay. Moving on to supervisor's report, and I usually start at the right, and Supervisor Kimura.
I have no comments today.
Okay. Supervisor Kurter.
I have nothing tonight, but I do want to thank the police for everything they did during the tragedy. It was a wonderful day, and we lost. So, thank you. You guys were great. Really appreciate that.
Supervisor Ham.
Nothing at this time.
Vice Chair.
Normally, just thank you, congratulations. I see George Bell in the audience. Congratulations on the election. And especially Michelle, very pleasure working with you. And that's all I got. Oh, other than the budget, residents, I hope if you're listening to this, please come and talk to the staff. They'll gladly sit down with you and go through anything you want. And this is when I wasn't sure if I was going to say this. I hate the emails that I get that, Jack, you got to cut the budget.
Yeah.
Okay, and others up here, I'm sure have gotten the same emails, and I reply back, thank you for your email. what would you like to see us cut and why? And I'm telling all of you, not only the one sitting here, and Ted's smiling because he's been there, is I never get a reply. I never get a reply. That's it.
Thank you. Let's go last. Just want to give a shout out to Sarah Bush. Outstanding job with the budget.
Yep.
Thank you for putting it through. Thank you for detailing it for us. I appreciate the great work. Thank you.
Yes.
Moving on, public comments, non-agenda items, and Mr. Dave. Yes, sir. Sorry about that. Yes, just, so at the mic, your name and approximate address. You don't have to state your actual address, and you'll get about 5 minutes to state your.
Sure. So my name is David Aldrich. I'm on Manor Drive in Birdsboro, which is still part of Exeter Township. And the reason I'm coming here is there's about 15 residents on our street. Back in May, Service Electric contracted someone to put fiber optic lines in. And when they did the lines, they dug holes in our back alleyway and ran the lines under the asphalt. The contractor, this was November 1st, the contractor, I don't even use Service Electric. I had Windstream at the time. Severed our line, and I lost my internet for 5 days. I work from home, so it was an inconvenience for me, and I had to go in to the office several times. I was promised that they would repair. They did restore my internet, but they were going to repair the asphalt, and then where it was raised, where they ran the fiber optics, they had to wait until the temperatures were warm so they could press it down. Well, the contractor did come back, fill in the asphalt, but they never pressed down where it was raised under the fiber optic lines. So when it rains heavy, instead of the water running away from our driveways, it comes towards it.
Oh.
And so I've tried to reach out to several people. I contacted the Office of Attorney General. I've contacted the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, the Public Utility Commission. I've even contacted Service Electric, and they turned it over to their attorneys, and they said they fixed everything that they possibly could. Kind of left with, they want us to get an attorney. And I work full-time. I don't have time to do all this. I didn't ask for it. I did get a little petition together and had some of the residents sign it, stating that the repairs are incomplete. I started reaching out to them May 1st, and several times throughout the week till August, I guess, was the last time I was in communication with these people, and it's still not finished. So I don't know where else to go with this. I really don't have the money to hire an attorney for it. I didn't ask for it. And I don't know if there's other people in the community that are dealing with this too, but it's just not right.
So I've experienced this myself, but when it was Comcast, and basically went through what you're going through. My advice for you is to get in touch with Bill, who is our township manager. Give him your petition that you have signed. I'm sure you guys have still an open contract with them, or not? That was York, right, at the time? York. And hopefully they will force them.
It was York, yes.
Going to answer.
We, in engineering, Jason Hunter is on top of that. Have you called engineering for that?
I have not called engineering now.
Yeah, well, we have a contractor that we're dealing with that is part of that. But again, I'm sure Bill, if you give the information to Bill, he will get that to our engineering department. But we did receive some phone calls, and we did call the contractor, and they did go out and take care of some of them, but I don't know about this.
Yeah, they took pictures of what they filled in with asphalt.
Okay.
But their pictures don't show where the cables are running under the asphalt, and there's a hump there.
Right.
And if you walk along the alleyway, you can step on it and feel it.
Right.
But here's the thing, it's a private alley behind there, so the township is not, they don't shovel the snow or anything. We're responsible for that. So all the residents don't have the money to repave all that. So that's why I wanted it fixed before winter came with the freezing and the thawing and the freezing and thawing, because it's all gonna start breaking up eventually. So, but yeah, I can connect with Bill.
Yes, please.
Thank you for your time.
Absolutely, and sorry to have you wait so long, but it's just the way the.
That was
the
good to hear.
comments are. Yes.
I should come to more often.
You should come more often.
Well, and you may also want to try the Office of Consumer Advocate if you haven't already. Potentially, they're within the DCED, the Department of Community and Economic Development.
Okay.
The other place I would suggest, this is free legal advice, is maybe going to the Pennsylvania Attorney General's office.
I did.
You did, okay, all right. I would.
Yeah, they were
be
great.
the
They
squeaky
gave me some
wheel.
really helpful information, but it just came back to, we need to get an attorney.
I would say be the squeaky wheel as much as you can.
That's what my mama taught me, so.
I think you'll get somewhere with Bill and Larry, and as long as they still have an open communication with the contractor that did the work, hopefully something will be done.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
talk-
you.
Yeah, talk to them after the meeting. Don't run away.
All right, so that's public comments. Last item on the agenda is adjournment. Do I have a motion to adjourn the meeting?
I'll make that motion.
Do I have a second?
I'll second that one.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned. Thank you.